Would you like to know what this new Espressif ESP32-PICO-V3 is, and whether this is a successor or replacement of the PICO-D4? In this episode, you get a quick overview on what's the main difference between the two. Let's have a look. Hey YouTubers! Many of you know the mighty Espressif ESP32 as a dev kit or as a module. A module contains all necessary guts, put on a small PCB and covered with an RF shield. You literally need to only power that thing up and ready you are. For more integrated designs, however, another ESP32 family member may be well known. The ESP32 PICO-D4. The PICO-D4 is a powerful so-called SIP, that's a system in a package, based around the ESP32 core. But it also contains 4 MB flash memory, an oscillator, some passives like pull-up resistors or caps. And all of that is built into that small chip. So with very little effort, you can build your own compact embedded solution with just a minimum of external passives or SRAM and flash, and if needed, an antenna. But what's with this new ESP32 PICO-V3? So let's compare some specs. Both chips share the same 48-pin footprint. They also have all major functionality in common, such as dual LX6 MCU, the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, 512K SRAM, and 4 MB of integrated flash. The RTC memory differs slightly. The PICO-V3 has a single 16K of RTC SRAM. That's the SRAM that, for example, the deep sleep core can access and writes data to it. Now we come to some more differences and constraints. The two chips are not 100% pin or swap compatible, as some of the pins change their function. The datasheet tells us more about that, and while you cannot use the 3 pins anymore, you can use 3 other pins instead. But depending on your design and whether you use those 3 mentioned pins, a redesign is necessary. Probably a bigger or the biggest constraint is the memory. While both chips have 4 MB of integrated flash, the PICO-D4 can have additional external PSRAM up to 16 MB. The PICO-V3, however, has no option for external PSRAM, and you have to deal with the integrated 512K of SRAM. External flash is also not possible to attach. I've seen on the data sheet that Espressif advertises this as additional security, as the internal flash is not exposed externally and makes extraction or compromising of the flash harder. This actually all sounds like quite a tough constraint. Let's also have a look at the cost. The PICO-V3 is about 45% less of the PICO-D4 price. For cost-sensitive projects or in volumes, this can be a big factor. To summarize the main points, and I think I also highlighted the main constraint that most people will find. The PICO-V3 is about 45% cheaper. The pin changes are likely of no big practical problem. Memory cannot be extended. This is probably the biggest constraint and possibly showstopper for many projects. Heavy applications like MicroPython likely won't run happily with half a meg of RAM. However, if the requirements of a design fit within this constraint, for example running a lightweight application that needs Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, the cost saving can make this an attractive choice. If you want a flexible chip for different designs, or for example to use it with Arduino or MicroPython or the native IDF or anything else, then the PICO-D4 may be the better choice. I hope this was useful information. Let me know in the comments if you have questions. Stay happy and curious. Bye.